In this video, I'm going to show you how many of my predictions came true for April, since it's almost over, or by the time you're watching this, maybe it is over. But I thought it was very important to do this now because almost every one of these has come true, and on part two. So we're going to cover all that in this video, starting with the most important one down here, because it just happened. Unexplained celebrity death. I'm sure you've heard the news by now. David Wilcock studied ancient civilizations, UFO technology, things like that. A lot of people are saying this is connected to the other scientists that went missing. And since then, a few more. I think we're on like number 16 by now, but we're going to cover that in a future video. But let's look back at these predictions. RIP to you and your family, my friend. Now, before we get into the rest of part 3, I want to show you part 2 because there's another one that just happened that's really, really big, and it's really big news right now. Celebration ends in disaster. Have you heard the news? Of course, there was a shooting at the Trump black tie event where they were celebrating something. So a celebration ends in disaster. And just for people that were like, it wasn't a celebration. Okay, so now we covered those really important ones that just happened now. I'm going to go back to part 3 and we're going to go through the list because this is going to blow your mind. Okay, we're back to part 3. Going to start at the top and work our way down. Famous and historical robbery takes place. You might have already heard about this in Naples. So on April 18th, 90-minute bank robbery. Naples had 24 people held hostage, and they escaped through a tunnel, and sparking a nationwide manhunt. And I don't know if they've caught the guy or not, but that's another one potentially correct. Let's go through and start checking these off to show you how many were correct. So I would definitely say that's a famous and historical robbery, especially if they get away with it. So we're going to check that one off. What's the next one? More mysterious train derailments. Has this happened in April? Let's take a look. Hopefully this classifies as more suspicious derailments because you have 3 right here. Texas, Oregon, Illinois, and there's more. Wisconsin, Ohio, and Arizona. How interesting. So of course you can always rewind or screenshot to read more about that, but another one correct. Moving on to the next one, influencers arrested for posting war videos. Did this happen? So yes, this happened in 2 ways. The first one in a mass arrest in the UAE by late April. Hundreds of social media users detained for war-related posts. And in India, April 25th, a bunch of people arrested for posting fake war videos, which is great. I encourage that. That's great. We like that. This, not so much. But let's continue. Another one, correct. 1, 2, 3, correct already. Next, chaos in LA. Have you heard what's going on in LA? There's been a whole bunch of stuff going on in LA, including the No Kings, the downtown clashes, federal building face-offs, tactical alerts. You pause and screenshot if you want. But that's not all. There was also some UCLA campus chaos and a bunch of other stuff. So yes, I would say the month of April for LA was very intense. So another one correct. Let's move into the next one. This one I was surprised, but it happened. Billion-dollar company collapses. Let's take a look. QVC Group. This was a huge like home shopping TV kind of thing, wasn't it? Filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy April 16th. $6 billion in debt. So, another correct prediction. Now, the next one, I don't know if that's happened or not. Maybe you guys can help me out with this. But then we're going to jump into part 2 and just show you the other ones. But so far, so good. That one I couldn't really find, but there's still time. April's not finished. And of course, we already started with that one at the beginning. So correct. And this one's open for debate. But we'll come back to that, or you guys let me know in the comments. But let's check out part 2 while we're all here. And it's only been 4 minutes, right? Back to part 2. Numerous flooding disasters in April 2026. Was predicted. Did it happen? Yes, there were many major floods. Michigan had some, Wisconsin had some, Texas had some, and there was a bunch more. But yes, correct. And let me know if there was any more, because I saw a lot actually on the news feed coming through in and out of this month. But I'll just stick with these ones for now. Of course, that was true, and it was unfortunate. Hopefully you guys are all okay. So correct. Next one. This was very specific. I said a famous wrestler. Very weird, but let's check to see if it happened. And yes, it did. Van Hammer, former WWE wrestler, April 2026 at the age of 66, RIP, Van Hammer, Mark Hildreth. Correct? Or not? You're choice. Actually, it's correct, so you lose. I win. Just so many people are always telling me, you never get any right, but they just refuse to watch these videos. Specifically, I put them out for them, and they just, huh? What? What video? Yeah, okay. Next. Suspicious fires worldwide. Guys, just America alone, there were so many. I can't cover worldwide, but let's just cover the ones that happened all over America real quick. And they can be found with this glorious website called the U.S. Warehouse Fire Tracker. And it has tracked over 61 warehouse fires so far, I think just in April 2026. I'm sure there's a lot more. I'm not going to cover them, but I'm going to consider this correct. I know I said worldwide, but I'm sure if we looked into it, that this is enough. But I'm sure there's a lot more. But I don't even need to get any deeper. Like, we've had a major uptick in mysterious fires. So that is correct. Next one, researchers discover our phones hypnotize us. I didn't want that one to... Actually, I kind of did. I want them to be studying this, and look what happened. There was actually 3 different studies that were put out in April 2026 specifically about that right there. So feel free to screenshot. This is super important. I feel like this is a conversation that needs to be had on a whole separate video because it's a new emerging health condition that we need to plan for, prepare for, and mitigate. But yes, so it was another one. Correct. So data centers used to mine crypto and data. The closest thing I could find relating to this was regulatory crackdowns. Municipalities in the United States enacted emergency bans in April 2026, citing concerns for data processing facilities were being used for energy-intensive mining without proper oversight. Interesting. That's basically exactly what I was saying, that it was be exposed that that's what they're doing, and they found that, and they shut it down. Look, 12-month shutdown of all these data centers and cryptocurrency mining operations. Interesting. I'm calling that one correct. So another one correct. Next one, this is unfortunate. I really didn't want this to happen, but look what I found. And I'm going to do my best not to read that. You can read it yourself. I'll give you a couple seconds, or you can screenshot it. But of course, these things happened in April, and it is a new thing. So, and that's it, guys. We started with this one, and we started with the last one on the other one. This is part 1, part 2. Part 3, predictions, and part 2, all into one video. Basically, all of them are correct, guys. What a surprise. I told you I'm good at my job. I'm probably one of the best remote viewers out there. And there's people out there that they predict all sorts of stuff. But when it comes down to checking their predictions and being able to verify them, where are they? Crickets. Crickets. And that's why we're here once a month going through all the predictions to see which ones were correct. And the month is not even over. We're going to still cover part 1 in a future video so I can show you. Because there was 3 parts. I've said enough. I've done enough. You can message me, email me if you want a personal prediction or you want me to remote view something. Apart from that, hopefully that's enough value for you guys to click the like button and subscribe to my channel and stick around for more scientific research into remote viewing and how accurate someone can actually be about predicting the future.